Hello there, welcome to Elite Weather. My name is Julie Godot with the weather forecast for the next couple of days coming up. And we're going to take a look at a lot of things out there. There's an eclipse we're going to talk about, possible tropical storm, as well as the severe weather that's going to be ongoing. And our city of the day is Tucson, Arizona. This place is very special to me. I used to live there back in the late 90s and the early 2000s. We're looking at 4th Avenue. This is kind of the arts district of Tucson, and you can find a lot of interesting things here. It's a very kind of progressive area here in Tucson, so there's some bong shops there. So if you're into that lifestyle, you can get you some gear there or some paraphernalia. A lot of art stuff, a lot of music. Very independent, kind of a free spirit kind of area. But you can see the area has grown considerably, at least I can, because I remember it back in the day. It was lined with a lot of old houses from the 1920s and 30s. But now we have these sleek new apartment buildings, even these stores look upgraded as it's kind of been remodeled. There's a light rail running through here right now, so we know what public transit can do to revitalize an area or a neighborhood. Certainly no difference here on 4th Avenue. So that is a look at Tucson, our city of the day. You're going to be seeing 89 degrees for your temperature right now, but you are expecting a high of 104 today under mostly sunny skies. I know you guys can't wait for the monsoon, so you could probably get some relief from all this heat out there, but it's definitely going to be a hot day across the Tucson area. But right now, we're going to, before we continue, a little bit of housekeeping for the channel. Leave your likes, your comments, and please subscribe to the channel because it helps the channel get picked up in the algorithm and helps me grow the channel so I can get this weather information out there to you guys. It will be very helpful if you please interact with the video, leave your likes, leave your comments about the weather, and subscribe. Alright, so now that we got the housekeeping out of the way, let's move on with our forecast and take a look at that national radar so I can show you where some strong to severe thunderstorms are currently taking place. Alright, here we are taking a look at our live radar right now, and we are seeing this area of severe weather here across parts of Missouri, mainly centered over Missouri here. These are very strong to severe thunderstorms right here. Here we are with your Springfield. We got Branson right here. St. Louis is there. Kansas City is right here. Kansas City is currently dealing with those very strong to severe thunderstorms right now, and that's going to be making its way east into St. Louis later on today. So you guys please go out there and get prepared, and please pay attention to your local weather forecast, and to me, of course, as we get the weather information out there to you guys. So you will be seeing those showers today. Tornado threat is going to be low, but large hail and damaging wind certainly is going to be more of an issue with these storms today. We're also seeing some scattered showers and storms down here along the Gulf Coast, especially the Florida Panhandle here. So Apalachicola, Pensacola, as well as Tallahassee, you guys are going to be seeing showers and thunderstorms coming on shore off the Gulf, and possibly here in New Orleans, as we have this area of weather down here over the Gulf of Mexico that's going to be slowly making its way toward the coastline. So the possibility of water spouts is going to be there, and there's a isolated marginal risk for severe weather down along the Gulf Coast today. And we're also going to be seeing some thunderstorms down here through the state of Florida along the East Coast here as we see these clouds here approach the coastline, and you see the little buildups here. So we're going to see those coastal showers down there in Florida. Those little guys can be quite heavy as well. I remember when I lived in Florida, those coastal showers off of the sea breeze are quite something to deal with. They last less than a couple minutes, but woo-wee, you be soaked if you get caught. But we have some more showers here in the Northeast here, New England, as well as Vermont into New Hampshire and Maine. We're seeing some scattered showers out here and some thunderstorms for your area as well, down into New York City and the big cities, and that's going to extend down to Baltimore in Washington, D.C. Charlotte, you're going to be dealing with those showers. Shower in Raleigh, Durham, as well as down into South Carolina, Charleston. We got Savannah, Georgia. As well, we're going to be seeing showers and thunderstorms with this activity along the East Coast, as we have a big cold front here that's going to be spreading that shower activity and those thunderstorms up and down the eastern seaboard. So Jacksonville, get ready for some showers for your area as well. The Pacific Northwest is going to be dealing with some rainfall for the city of Seattle. I think Portland, you may dodge it for the most part this afternoon. Maybe an isolated shower, but most of the rainfall is going to hit here in Seattle and in the Puget Sound area out there in western Washington. You're going to be dealing with that weather. Now let's take a look at the forecast coming up for America for the next several days. Okay, now as we deal with the weather forecast coming up for the next few days, a lot of things to talk about, so let's jump right into it. So we are looking at our watches and warnings right now. This here is a severe thunderstorm watch across the Ozarks here in Missouri. We got eastern Kansas, northeastern Oklahoma, northwestern Arkansas. So if you're in Kansas City, Missouri, Springfield, Missouri, Branson, areas here at Lawrence, Kansas, you're dealing with the threat for severe weather. Tulsa, Oklahoma, you're just barely in it, as Bartlesville, the I-44 corridor between St. Louis and Oklahoma City here, you're going to be dealing with that severe thunderstorm potential this afternoon, and that's the biggest threat right now. And we got some heat out here across Texas. This is a heat warning in effect across just west of the Dallas-Fort Worth. So we talking Midland, Odessa, parts of Abilene, Texas here. So we're going to be dealing with that heat out there. Red flag here in New Mexico, as well as red flag here in ozone issues down here in the Phoenix area, as it's very hot and a lot of haze in the air. So we got a lot of stagnation out there. So there's an inversion. So a lot of smog and stuff is trapped below that inversion. And with temperatures in the low 100s, air quality issues are going to be a concern. So please pay attention to small children outside playing and the elderly. So a lot of people with a lot of breathing issues can be affected by this type of weather conditions out here. So as far as the nation is concerned, not a whole lot to worry about. We do have a little bit of flooding here from the Red River, as we have melting snow in Canada and a little bit whatever's left in North Dakota and northern Minnesota, all kind of run toward the Red River here in the Red River Basin up there in the Dakotas. So we're going to see some a little bit of overflow there from the river. So that's pretty much the biggest threats out there with the weather across your Sunday. So pretty quiet day, with the exception of the heat-related issues down here across the southern part of the nation and this severe weather here in the Midwest there. All right, so we're going to talk about a little bit about heat safety and what to do when it's hot in your area. So we're coming up in the time of the year, and it's getting pretty hot out there, especially down in Texas and the desert Southwest. We're starting to see a little bit of heat build into the Midwest and the Plain States and over into the Southeast. So a lot of people might work outside. So if you are working on a job site, you do construction, road work, or anything out there, maybe lawn care or anything, you might want to stay hydrated and take your breaks in the shade as often as possible, because you want to be prepared for you deal with heat stroke and other heat related illnesses. And if you're indoors, for folks indoors, check up on the elderly who may live alone and small children, people who are sick. If you're dealing with COVID, maybe cancer patients, or anybody who don't have optimal health right now, they may not have a working AC, or they might live in an older building that hasn't been updated or anything like that. There's some situations out there like that, but please take a look in on those folks, all right? And also, very important is your vehicle. So never leave kids in the car or pets unattended. So before you get out of the car, look inside. Make sure you didn't leave the babies inside. Four-legged babies or two-legged babies. So make sure you take all living creatures that came with you out with you. I don't care if you're going to be in the store for 30 seconds. Please don't leave children and animals in the vehicle unattended, because this just burns my hide and you'll piss me off if I catch you doing this. So please don't do this. Take them in with you. If you're outdoors, you play any outdoor activities, taking the dogs out, taking the kids out, you're out riding bikes. So you limit your strenuous outdoor activities and find shade and stay hydrated. So don't be out in the open sun because it's really, really hot out there. So heat issues is a big problem this time of the year. Even I don't care, people say, oh, it's dry heat or this or that. Heat is heat. Dry heat is just as dangerous as it is when it's humid. In fact, when it's dry, the temperature is higher. Typically can go higher than it does when it's humid. A lot of times in places when it's humid, you'll see those temperatures hit the upper 90s, like in Florida a lot, along the southeast coast, the Gulf Coast, you'll see those upper 90s. It'll flirt with 100, but if you're in Arizona, parts of Texas, New Mexico, Southern California, it can hit 120 very easily, and 120 is just as dangerous as 99 with 80% humidity or 70-degree dew point. So please take precaution when dealing with the heat outside, okay? Okay, here's something cool we're going to talk about. A lunar eclipse is going to happen tonight. You're going to see it across North America. You do have this is that time frame. So the penumbra of the eclipse is going to start about 2 in the morning. Well, see, it's going to actually start from this way. So about 10:15, the eclipse will start, and it's going to last till about 2 a.m. Let me stand out here so you can kind of see the progression. And it's going to get pretty full right in this. Now here we are, we're going to talk about where in America you'll be able to see the eclipse. If you're in the northern Rockies or the Pacific Northwest, you will see a total eclipse, right? And in the Midwest, you'll see a partial eclipse here through the Midwest and the East Coast. But if you're out west, you'll see a full eclipse and no eclipse in the Northeast. I'm sorry, guys. No eclipse visible. You won't be able to see it because the moon is passing right here. And what this eclipse is you have the sun, you have the earth, and you have the moon. Now, the moon and sun are in the line of sight with each other. So the sun's light is hitting the moon. So we're seeing pretty much a full moon right now. The earth is going to pass between the sun and the moon, kind of like this. The earth is going to pass between. So you're going to be seeing the earth's shadow on the moon as the earth traverses, as even though the moon is going around the earth, but the earth is going to pass behind, the moon is going to pass behind the earth, between the earth and the sun. So the moon is going to be on the outside, the earth in the middle, and the sun behind us. So that's what you're going to be seeing tonight. So I hope everybody can see the eclipse, because I'm going to try to get a shot of it and post it to my next video. So I live in the upper Midwest. We're expecting to have clear skies tonight. So we should be able to see the eclipse with no problems and a full moon out there. Yay! I love that. So here's our forecast analysis coming up for the next several days here. And we're going to take a look at what we're going to be seeing out there for your Sunday. We have a cold front along the eastern, going from Canada down into the Ohio Valley. This cold front is going to be the focus for some showers and thunderstorms that we see our severe weather threat right in here through parts of the Ozarks today, Missouri and Oklahoma and Kansas, Arkansas as well. This is our area where we're going to see those severe thunderstorms for your Sunday. And we do have a dry line back here through Texas. So a dry line thunderstorm may be even possible for you folks down here in West Texas. And we're going to be seeing a lot of red flag warnings, of course, as well. And on the East Coast, this same frontal boundary is going to help to spark, as well as a kind of a decaying low pressure center. Has a little bit of moisture trapped up in here. So we're going to be seeing showers and thunderstorms all the way from the northeast down through the south here, Gulf Coast, down into the state of Florida. We're going to be seeing that severe weather. And we have another frontal boundary out here off the Pacific Northwest coast. So we have an area of low pressure there. We're going to see this front. It's going to help spread in some rainfall into the northern Washington and Oregon there. So we're going to be seeing those showers here, and some thunderstorms is going to be possible inland here along the Columbia River area. So the current Columbia River Valley is going to be dealing with the possibility of some isolated thunderstorms in the higher elevations here. So this is that frontal boundary coming on shore along the Pacific Northwest. We have a thermal low out here that's helping deal. That's kind of something that is created when the heat really builds in, because that heat makes that air rise. So the air pressure lowers because of the heat, but it's dry, so there's no clouds and precipitation, even though there's an area of low pressure. That's called the thermal low that kind of develops in the desert southwest down there during the summer months when it gets really, really hot. But you do tend to see dust devils out here. So this is the time of the year where you may see those whirling dust devils out there. So those are pretty cool to see, but they're completely harmless. And so that's what we're seeing for your Sunday as far as the weather is concerned across America. So nice weather here across the northern plains into the high plains, the front range of the Rockies, down through the intermountain west to the desert southwest and into California. Is going to be the nation's dry spots. Dry across most of Texas as well for your Sunday. Here's what we're going to see for your Monday. Continued dry conditions here. High pressure is in control of the central plains. And we do have a dry cold front that's going to drop down and help lower the temperatures here across the Dakotas into Minnesota. So when we see in those low 70s today, some of you folks might be in the 60s tomorrow as this secondary dry cold front drops down out of Canada. We do have this frontal boundary here, mostly dry, but it does pick up some moisture off of the Gulf Coast here and spread into the Ohio Valley and into the Great Lakes. We're going to see those showers and thunderstorms here as our severe weather threat starts to make its way towards the east there, and some more sea breeze showers down here that's going to be pumped in by the Bermuda High out over the Atlantic. So we're going to be seeing some periphery showers there along the periphery of that Bermuda High along the southeast Florida coast there. And we're going to have some more showers and rain showers here across the Pacific Northwest from Seattle up to Portland and to the Puget Sound. And we'll see some thunderstorms here in the front range of the Rockies. So we got Montana and Wyoming and parts of Idaho may see an afternoon non-severe thunderstorm for your Monday for you guys out there tomorrow. And some more showers here in the Northeast. So we got Maine, New England, going to be picking up some showers, Boston as well, down through the mid-Atlantic states into New York City, and the Piedmont area of the Carolinas might be seeing some showers and a thunderstorm for your Monday. So here we are for Tuesday. Now Tuesday, our severe weather threat is going to be in the Northeast. So here, if you're in the Boston area, Providence, New York City, Newark, New Jersey, Philadelphia, Baltimore, D.C., your threat for severe weather exists for you guys on Tuesday, and you'll be seeing a large hail and damaging winds. Not going to really have to worry about tornadoes. Tornadoes have not been much of a threat with this weather system as it has moved east. Now, when it was here in the Midwest, then it was a tornado threat, and we saw several tornadoes produced by the same weather system that's now going to be here, but that tornado threat is going to be gone for the most part. Not saying that one can't happen, but that's not going to be the biggest concern as we move into Tuesday. And those thunderstorms are going to continue down the southeast, down into the Gulf Coast there, so you're going to be dealing with that threat for a severe thunderstorm through this area, and those showers are going to continue down there in South Florida. Our mountain system makes its way a little bit further to the east, starts to tap into some Gulf of Mexico moisture, and we're going to have a dry line. So dry line thunderstorms down here, West Texas, New Mexico, and Colorado. But we're going to start to see more thunderstorms here through the Midwest. Our severe weather threat also starts to pick up here as this is going to move out into the plains and start the severe weather run all over again through the Midwest for probably Wednesday, Monday. And here is our severe weather outlook We have that enhanced risk here through the Ozarks, Missouri, Arkansas, northeastern Oklahoma, southeastern Kansas. That slight risk extends into Indiana, southern Illinois, western Kentucky, western Tennessee, northwestern Mississippi, and we have that marginal risk extending through parts of North Texas, central Oklahoma, central Kansas here, southeastern Nebraska, northern Missouri, central Illinois, northern Indiana, southeastern Michigan, most of the state of Ohio. We're talking Kentucky, Tennessee, Virginia, West Virginia, eastern Pennsylvania, southern New York. So we have a very large area that could be dealing with some severe weather this afternoon. And we got some general non-severe through parts of the upper Midwest and the Great Lakes, the northern plains here, all the way down to the Gulf Coast, to Florida, into the mid-Atlantic. Is going to be dealing with some non-severe thunderstorms, including New England and the Northeast there. Another area of severe weather here across the northern Rockies. Here we have the Washington and Oregon here. We're seeing the Columbia River Valley is going to be seeing that potential for severe weather. And this is our slight risk area here. Damaging wind, large hail, and maybe a tornado is going to be possible in this area as well. And that's going to extend through central Idaho, western Montana. We got northeastern Oregon, southeastern Washington is going to be dealing with that effect. Here we are for Monday. General non-severe thunderstorms through the northern plains, the front range of the Rockies, the central and southern plains, non-severe thunderstorms. Non-severe thunderstorms on the Gulf Coast into Florida, the Appalachian Mountains. That marginal risk picks up on the east side of the Appalachians toward the eastern seaboard. The mid-Atlantic, we get that slight risk. We get that enhanced risk through the big cities here, New England, and into Maine, New Hampshire, Vermont, Massachusetts, dealing with that potential for severe weather for Tuesday. Here we are, for Monday. Here we are for Tuesday, as our next mountain system moves out into the plains. Our severe weather sets up here through Nebraska and northern Kansas. So we got Nebraska, Kansas, Missouri, and Iowa in play for some severe weather, as well as parts of Colorado and Wyoming could be dealing with severe weather. And we're going to have non-severe thunderstorms throughout a good portion of the northern plains here and the front range and into the Intermountain West. Some non-severe storms down here in Florida as well. So that's a look at what your Tuesday might look like there as far as the next week. Now let's talk about the tropical update. So here we are for the next couple days out over the Atlantic. All of this is non-tropical. This is mid-latitude storm systems out here. Nothing tropical in this. This little area of tropical wave that's moving off the Gulf, the Cape Verde Islands there is not expected to develop into anything tropical. It's just a tropical wave, and it's going to continue make its way across the intertropical convergence zone and into the Gulf of Mexico here, where conditions are pretty good for any tropical development, but nothing is expected to form there in the next couple of days. But we will be talking about that here in a second. So anyway, here's where we are with what's going on in the Pacific. Nothing here to speak of. No tropical activity expected to form in the next 2 days. But we do have some areas of low pressure out here, but that's not going to form anything noteworthy. And here we are as we look out towards Hawaii. We do have this to deal with here that's going to bring some wet weather through parts of Hawaii as this makes its way toward the west there. So no tropical except cyclones expected to develop in the next 48 hours. But we do want to look at something that the GFS is painting about the 24th, 25th, and 26th. So here as we come toward the end of July here, about the 26th, this area here indicates the possibility of a tropical storm and or hurricane that could form down here off the Yucatan Peninsula and move across southern central Florida as we move into the 23rd, 24th, and we're talking about the 24th now. There it is, the 25th. Now, the dates keep changing. In earlier model runs, they had it about the 26th. Then it moved to the 24th. Now it's coming up over the 23rd. But the thing of it is, it's been consistently showing this weather system down here across the tropics that's going to move across Florida and off the East Coast right there. So it continues to paint the picture of the possibility of a tropical system here across the southern portions of the Gulf of Mexico and through the Florida Straits. We got Cuba right there and the Dominican Republic. So definitely something to keep an eye on over the next week or two as this to see if the GFS continues to indicate that some development may happen right there. So I just wanted to show you that, guys, because that's kind of interesting. You know, nothing's going to happen over the next couple of days, but as we get to the end of the month, we get closer to the beginning of the hurricane season on June 1st. And I got the feeling this is a very long video. All right, here's your weather forecast coming up for the next couple of days. All right, so here are our setup today for that severe weather. Here we're seeing those severe storms breaking out through the Ozarks here. Here's, again, a potential for those dry line thunderstorms there, as well as that wet weather and storms here across the northeast and along the Appalachian Mountain Range. All right, here's some forecasts for your day for your Sunday, and we're seeing those temperatures in the 90s here across the southeast. And we're going to see 90s down here in New Orleans. We're going to see 94 for you folks down in Houston, 97 down in San Antonio, 101 in Dallas-Fort Worth, and we're going to see 94 in Kansas City. And here's your temperatures. You're seeing 73 degrees for your temperature here in Minneapolis, and International Falls, 66. Seattle, you're going to see a 59 degrees. We're talking about 85 for Los Angeles, 65 in San Francisco, and on the northeast, 77 in New York. We are 77 in Boston as well, and we do see that temperature of 83 here in Washington, D.C. So that is a look at some of the weather conditions across America for your Sunday. Here's what we're going to be seeing for Monday. So Monday, we are going to have Minneapolis with a temperature of 71. 72 over here in Chicago. St. Louis, you guys are going to be 78 degrees. 81 in Little Rock with that severe weather possible. Dallas, we're talking about 92. New Orleans, you're going to be 93 for your high temperature. And in Los Angeles, we're 78 degrees. 63 in San Francisco. Portland is going to be 64. 59 for you folks in Seattle. 78 in New York City. Charlotte, you're going to be 84. 84 in Atlanta as well. And you're going to see that 87 down there for you folks in Miami. So that is a look at the weather forecast for the next couple days. We talked about an eclipse. We talked about the potential for a tropical storm, more severe weather. There's a lot going on. I know this is a long video, but I guarantee you it's worth it to watch this video to the end. Leave your likes, your comments, and subscribe to the channel. Help me grow the YouTube algorithm. Have a good week and the rest of your day Sunday. I hope your week gets off to a good start. And now I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you.